once again everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. So as you can see from the title, this video is all about the Walmart manager who absolutely hated me. For whatever reason, this manager, she was not a CSM, which is a customer service manager. She was she was an assistant manager to the store manager, and there were several assistant managers, but anyway, as you can gather, that is higher up on the totem pole than a CSM. So she was a higher up. She did not like me from the get-go. I don't know really why, what about me rubbed her the wrong way. I will never understand that because I thought that I was always very pleasant to her. But the very first time I ever met her was in my initial interview, and in the interview they had the assistant managers, both of them, in there asking a few questions to each of the potential employees. So I was the first one there, I was the first one to speak, and the question that she had asked me was what I thought that my biggest struggle would be working at Walmart. And the general answer that I gave was that I'm a very shy person and it can take me a little bit to open up to people and get more comfortable. So it might take me a few weeks or a couple of months to get comfortable with my coworkers and to get comfortable with the job. But you know, that's pretty much a learning curve for anyone in any type of new job that you're going into. It's going to take you a little bit to get settled in, to be comfortable with the whole thing. So yeah, and for some reason what she got out of that was that I was trying to be like cliquey or rude or something. She was like, well, I'll just tell you right now, I hate all of the cliques that have been forming in this store, and I'm just not going to have it. And I was just like, no, I don't work here already. Like, if there's a clique that has formed, I'm not in it, so I don't know why you are misdirecting that anger at me, but maybe you should put that effort toward the people who are actually being cliquey and presumably excluding other people. I don't understand where she was coming from, but she jumped down my throat at that question, or my answer to that question, and the other assistant manager kind of just looked at her like she was crazy. She was like, no, that's understandable that you would be, especially if you're an introverted, shy person, it's understandable that you would have a significant time period where you need to acclimate and grow more comfortable with your surroundings and your coworkers. She's like, that's totally understandable. Just be yourself. Don't feel like you have to tell people what they want to hear, because, you know, Walmart wants you to be yourself and they want you to just do the best you can do. And if you're struggling with something, let people know, and all of this jazz, all of that. She was an amazing manager, the one who was telling me all that stuff. She was fantastic. I loved her to death. They transferred her to another store because I think it was because the other manager didn't like her, because there were a lot of little bickering and arguments and stuff that would go on between them. So I feel like she had a hand in the really nice manager getting moved to another store. But anyway, so yeah, this manager, let's call her Renee. We'll call her Renee. Let's just say that Renee just really hated me from the get-go. I don't know why she jumped down my throat at that question. I really don't understand, but that was the first time that I had ever had any contact with this woman, and sadly it was not the last. Now, I don't know how other Walmarts operate and how other Walmarts do things, but at my particular Walmart, they allowed us to take out our phones to check the time periodically, because it is your responsibility to keep up with when you're supposed to go on your break and when you're supposed to take your lunch, because they can get in trouble if you don't do it at the right time and all of this stuff. So we were allowed to check our phone, like check the time, but you're not allowed to text or, you know, get on social media or all of that stuff. Needless to say, many people did that. Many people still do it. I see it every single day when I go into a Walmart. Every single time people will take their phones out and they'll be texting, not even trying to hide it. Now, I wouldn't want to give a customer the wrong impression of the store. So if I did check my phone to see what time it was, I would kind of tilt it in my vest pocket and look at it there. I wouldn't even really take it out of my vest pocket. I would just tilt it so I could see the time. Well, this particular day, I was checking this lady out and she had a WIC transaction and she had grabbed a cereal that was not WIC approved. So of course I called over a manager. The manager said that he would go and get the correct cereal for her. So it was fine. We were waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. It was way in the back of the store, so we were just standing there waiting. And I knew that it was about time for me to take my lunch break. So I tilted my phone to check the time. And I don't think that this manager thought that I was texting. I think that she just wanted to kind of yell at me in front of the customer for some reason. I don't know, but she saw me do that, and she ran over to me and she was like, "What are you doing? You're not supposed to text." She's like chewing me out this whole time, and the customer is like, "What?" She was like, "You're not supposed to be doing that. Why were you doing that?" I was like, "I was just checking the time because it's almost time for my lunch break. I wasn't texting anyone." And she was like, "You just need to say you're sorry." And I'm like, "Okay, well, sorry for checking the time. We're just sitting here waiting." The customer is literally actually on her phone. She wasn't paying any attention to what I was doing. So even if I had been texting, the customer would never have known. But like I said, I'm not a person who texts at work. I just don't do it. So anyway, I was just like, whatever, yeah, whatever, it's fine. So that was another situation where she just felt the need to yell at me. Meanwhile, other girls would just take their phone out right in front of her and just start texting, and they're chit-chatting and laughing like the girls that she actually would like. She would just they would be texting and they would be having a conversation and laughing and giggling and showing each other pictures, and I'm just like, how is that okay? But me checking the time is not okay. I don't understand that. So, another situation. We're only allowed to have water, a bottle of water at your register. That's it. So, other girls a lot of the time would bring those insulated cups, I don't know what they're called, the quench, are they called quench? The bottles, they would bring the bottles like that, those stainless steel ones that keep it cold. They would bring the Yeti cups and stuff like that to keep your drink cold or hot, but it was cold because I worked there predominantly in the summer. So I was like, oh, well, that's cool. I should get one of those so that I can keep my drink cold while I'm at my register all day. So around the time that I was thinking about getting one, the clinic that my mom works at was having a health fair. And apparently at the health fair, a lot of different healthcare providers and stuff like that, they give out free merchandise with their stuff on it, their logo or whatever. So my mom got one of those quench type of bottles, the stainless steel bottle, but it wasn't quench. It was just a blue bottle, and it had the name of whatever company it was. I don't know. So I would start bringing that. I would start bringing my water in that. Well, actually, what I would do is I would bring it to work, and then I would buy a bottle out of the vending machine, and then I would pour it into the stainless steel bottle, because the machines keep the water bottles cold. So if I pour one that's already cold into the bottle, then of course it's going to keep it cold all day. So I would make this a habit every single time I would come in. I did this for 2 weeks. I would sit there, and this manager that didn't like me, Renee, she would sit there and watch me pour my water bottle into this stainless steel bottle every day for 2 weeks. And then one day, this manager comes up to me, and it's a manager that I actually liked. And she walked up to me, a CSM, and she said, hey, Renee was making her rounds and she saw that you had that bottle, and she said that you can't have it anymore because you could be drinking alcohol out of it. I was like, are you serious? And she was like, yeah. She said you can't have it anymore. First of all, you've watched me, Renee, every single day for 2 weeks pour a bottle of water from the vending machine into this bottle that keeps your drink cold. I'm assuming it's stainless steel. I keep saying that. I hope I'm not sounding stupid. This insulated bottle to just literally keep my water cold. You know that it's water. You see me buy it from the vending machine. You see me pour it into this bottle, and you see me take it out to the floor. What would make you possibly think that me or any other person that I work with is drinking alcohol on the job? For one thing, you would know from their behavior. Another thing, you could smell it on them. And thirdly, they've been doing this for how long? I've been doing this for how long? Now, I could understand this if there had been a history of employees bringing alcohol to work. But in the almost 7 months that I worked for Walmart, never once did we have an incident related to that. Never. Not once. No. Never happened. So it was perfectly fine when everybody else was doing it, when everybody else was bringing little cups, little insulated cups and little insulated bottles. It was perfectly fine when they were bringing those and putting their water in it, and other stuff that you're not even allowed to have, like Coke and tea and all of this stuff, which they're bringing, which you can see because the liquid is not clear. But as soon as I start bringing my water in a water bottle to work, then it's suddenly not okay. I don't think that's a coincidence. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that sounds awfully suspicious. So yeah, this manager was extremely just not fun to work with. And I was really excited to be transferring stores. She was the one who recommended that I transfer to the Walmart that I did transfer to, which, by the way, completely screwed me over. So that's just great. I don't think that she knew that that would happen, but I'm sure that she wouldn't have been mad if it did. So anyway, I just didn't like working with this woman. She made it incredibly unpleasant. I don't know what I did to her. I don't know. I just don't understand. So anyway, yeah, that's this entire story. Thank you guys so much for joining me again today. Leave me a like if you like this video, comment down below, and subscribe because I make new videos every Monday and Friday. Thank you guys once again so much for joining me today, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!